fact, thousands took to the streets in Washington, D.C. today to draw attention to the crisis in Puerto Rico. The Unity March for Puerto Rico comes 2 months after Hurricane Maria devastated the U.S. territory, and people who live there are still struggling to survive. Power is still an issue, meaning they don't have it in nearly half of the places on the island, and relief is still very much needed. And just yesterday, the embattled head of Puerto Rico's power utility resigned due to the slow response to get power restored. Let's go to CNN's Leila Santiago. She joins us from San Juan. So Leila, give us a progress report on any improvements for people there in 2 months.
Well, Frederica, power has certainly been part of the controversy, given contracts and CEO that resigned as well. But power is also very much the...
Any improvements for people there in 2 months?
Well, Frederica, power has certainly been part of the controversy, given contracts and CEO that resigned as well. But power is also very much the everyday struggle. While the Power Authority here likes to use numbers like 48.9% as for restoration right now, that is the number of power that is being generated right now. Not an indication at all as to how many people on this island actually have power. And so that's a frustration, not just for daily lives, people who, when the sun comes down, it's a dark home, but also in terms of businesses who have to run generators. And so that's another cost after Hurricane Maria. And also just to do business. We were actually at a press conference the other day where the power went out, and as soon as it went out, somebody mumbled, "Life after Maria," people having to find ways around the lack of power, which is still very much a frustration. And when it comes to relief efforts, FEMA still very much here, still very much working. But when it comes to military efforts here, that was really downsized this week as well. The 3-star general left this week, took quite a bit of equipment with him. The U.S. Comfort ship, that floating hospital, also left this week. So we're starting to see the recovery efforts winding down, but frustrations that are still very much a part of daily lives. And this ought to put it into perspective here. There are still about 1,600 people in shelters across this island. And again, perspective, that's not that far off from the number of people who were in shelters the night before Maria struck. Frederica?
Oh, Leila Santiago, thank you so much in San Juan. We've got so much more straight ahead in the newsroom. Stay with us.